Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing well, and today I'm going to be doing my June TBR slash my Emojiathon TBR. Now if you have noticed on the channel this month, I have not really done probably one TBR this month, and part of the reason for that is just because I have been in an unusually picky mood with reading. I don't really know why, but I've just been unusually somebody use that later. I have been in an unusually picky mood with reading. I don't know, but I heard about the Emojiathon read along from Julie over at Pages and Pen, and it really sounded like fun. It sounded super laid back, and I was just like, that's something I can commit to. And I thought it would also be a good way for me to get to know more people in the booktube community and just kind of feel a sense of connection. So I'm going to be doing that. If you don't know, basically the Emojiathon, let me just get comfortable here. The Emojiathon is a read along going along from June 1st until June 30th. I will link their Twitter account down below. Tons of information on there. There's also some other announcement videos online that give you some more information, but basically they have a Twitter account and you can go on there and find the Google Docs, and it's in their like bio. Click on it and it kind of explains everything to you. Basically you're supposed to pick 4 emojis based off of the, like, I don't know if you guys can even see that, but they have emojis on there, and each of them correspond to a different little theme that they've picked that they feel like that emoji can go along with. And then you're supposed to pick 4 books to go with 4 emojis that you picked out, and then you're going to read that over the course of the month. They have different people on Twitter who are doing Twitter sprints over the course of the whole month so that you can talk and engage and literally read along with people. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to do any of the sprints yet, but I'm hoping that I will be able to do some of them soon before the end of the month. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into it, and I'm going to go over my Emojiathon TBR plus 2 other books that if I finish all of these, I might start reading those in June. So for my first emoji, I decided to go with the Read a Book You've Been Anticipating, and it's this emoji right here. Can you see that one? So it's this like really cheesy face, and I actually use that emoji all the time. And so the book I decided to go with for that emoji is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Now I have not read any Jane Austen work at all. Go ahead, have your moment. I know. Alright, shock's over. No, I've not read any Jane Austen work, and so I decided to start with this. And I had actually mentioned this in my spring book haul, which I will link up above and down below if you're interested. And what I was saying about this book is that I don't know a ton about the story. I know enough to know that I'm interested. It kind of sounds like a classic romance, and it kind of sounds like these 2 lovers or people who could potentially be lovers, and I don't really think they like each other so much when they first meet, and just politics of the time that they're living in and stuff like that. And I just kind of want to see what happens. And right now I'm getting farther. I'm on page 62, so I'm around like chapter 22. And another thing that I had mentioned in that video is that I thought this book was like translated and it wasn't written in the original way that Jane Austen wrote it, but that's not true. So I misspoke on that. It's totally written the way they would have talked back then. So it's been interesting to read something like that as somebody who has definitely been out of classics for a really long time, and it's taken me a little bit longer to read, but I am enjoying the read, so I will keep you guys updated on that. And then for my next emoji, it's right up under there, and it's the clock emoji. And it says read a book in under 24 hours. And I will accept that challenge. And this is actually, I think, the only book that I have not started at all yet. And this is The Perks of Being a Wallflower by chbosky. Stephen or Steven? I don't know how he pronounced it, but I think it's Stephen chbosky. And this is, you know, a pretty popular book. It's also a very popular movie, but I've never read it, never saw the movie. And so this is the book that I'm going to attempt to read in under 24 hours. And it is 213 pages, so it's not a long book at all, and it's one that I'm super interested in. So I kind of want to pick a time when I don't really have much to do that day, and I just want to spend a whole day reading this book. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think that'll be a nice treat for me. So I will be reading that. All that I know about this story is that it's kind of a coming to age story, really dealing with so many different aspects of what teenagers go through: love, lost love, finding yourself, finding people that you fit in with, you know, sex, drugs, all of that kind of stuff. So I'm looking forward to reading this. And then my next emoji is read a book that takes place in a different country than your own. Now, honestly, I could have also did the freebie book. Oh, I forgot to show you guys. So it's the airplane emoji. And it is read a book that takes place in a different country than your own. And I needed to fit Harry Potter in here somehow. So what better way than to squeeze it in there? So this is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. And I've actually already started reading this, and I'm on page 114. I gotta tell you, this book has made me laugh so far, probably more times than it should. There is a particular scene in here, and I cannot wait to have my discussion on this book because this book has made me laugh. I can tell that this book is gonna be drama, and it's huge. Do you see that? This is definitely one of the biggest ones in the series, I think. Where's it tapping in at? Let's see, you guys. Ugh. Somebody's probably yelling it out to me like, it's this many pages. 870 pages. So I am looking forward to really diving into this book. So I will be reading that this month. And then my final emoji is the laughing until you cry face, and it says read a book that's sure to make you laugh until you cry, and it's the emoji right up under the airplane emoji. And I actually use all of the emojis I picked a lot when I'm texting, except for the airplane emoji. I don't really use that one at all. Maybe that's a sign I need to travel more. But anyway, I've actually started this book too. I couldn't help myself, and I really had to stop myself from just reading this all day long because it's so funny. And this is My Lady Jane by Cynthia Han, Brodi, Ashton, and Jodi Meadows. I've never read anything by any of these authors, but if this is any indication of what their writing is like, please let me know what else I should read by them. Do they have other books together? Are there books that they've written individually that you recommend? This book is hilarious. I don't know if I should find it this funny, but it is so funny. I'm on chapter... Where am I? I'm on chapter 14, and I'm just really enjoying it. Like I said, I had to make it myself put it down today and kind of join the real world, but I'm really enjoying it. This book, if you don't know, is basically a retelling of the story of Lady Jane Grey. Now, I didn't really know a ton about Lady Jane Grey, but basically she was 16, and she was kind of, you know, back in those days, like, she was kind of arranged to be married to somebody, and then she was beheaded. So she was queen for, like, was it 7 or 9 days or something like that, and then she was beheaded. So they've taken that story and they've changed it around, and they've also added some magic in there. It's so funny, and I kind of needed a funny book right now, so I'm really enjoying that. I'm probably gonna go ahead and read some more of this before I go to bed tonight, so I'm really enjoying that. And then the other two books that I want to mention, now these don't really have anything to do, let me just get off of there on my phone. These don't really have anything to do with the Emojiathon. If I finish those books, or if I want to swap a book out, I've already found that both of these books can definitely fit into the Emojiathon, but these are just books that are just really books on my heart that I also want to read this month. So I'm just going to go ahead and share those with you. The first one is The Happiness Diet by Tyler Graham and Drew Ramsey. I can't tell you how many times I've started reading this book, maybe read a chapter out of it, and then I'll put it down, pick something else up, and never go back to it. I've mentioned to you guys before that I'm a huge reader of nonfiction. I truly enjoy nonfiction in a ton of different categories, but nutrition is definitely one of those categories that I feel like I really enjoy. And I also feel like I'll do better with my health if I truly learn more about nutrition and how to take care of my health. That might not be true, but that's just how I feel. So I really want to read this book. Like, the title just really grabbed me. Also, I think I made it to the second chapter, and it's never that I'm bored or I'm not enjoying the book when I put it down, but for some reason I just always put it down and I don't jump right back into it. I find that I read it a little disjointed, and I'd really just like to take the time to read it and see what I can get from this book. So I'm hoping that I'll get to it this month. So there's that one. And then another book that I want to read And this one right here is Fervent, a woman's battle plan to, no, I lied. A woman's battle plan for serious, specific, and strategic prayer by Priscilla Shirer. And this book was influenced by the movie War Room. Now that movie was recommended to me. I did watch that movie and I absolutely enjoyed it. I do actually own that DVD. I really enjoyed that movie. And so I've been wanting for a while kind of a book to kind of walk me through prayer and kind of like a workbook in a way. And I really like this book. I went back and forth on getting this quite a few times, finally settled on getting it, and so I want to use it. And I think part of that is that now that I had it, I got a little bit nervous about it, but you know, my prayer life is really important to me, and so this is something that I want to read. And so I'm hoping to kind of start to work through this. So I think this will be something that, you know, it's kind of something that I'm always working through, but I'd like to really get started with it this month. And so that is everything that I am hoping to read over the course of June. I know that I have not put out what I read in April or May. I totally didn't realize that the April one wasn't out. So those videos will be being recorded and on their way to you, as well as I have some book reviews in the works. Really wanting to do more individual book reviews. So I hope you guys are enjoying the content of the channel. Always feel free to leave me any suggestions, feedback, comments, concerns you have, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.